Are you feeling frustrated and lost when it comes to dressing for your body type? Anastasia Hay, fashion empowerment coach and style expert, has been there. That's why she wrote her new book, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type, to help women make the most of their individual body shape and skyrocket their confidence and style. This book is your ultimate guide to unlocking the potential of your unique shape and creating a wardrobe that is truly yours. Styles Perfect for Your Body Type is packed with detailed advice.
All right. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the Divinely Empowered Show. It's such a pleasure to have you here on our show as a guest. How are you doing today?
Great to be with you. Thanks.
I'm so excited for our conversation. I mean, honestly, your story is so impactful, but of course, I definitely would love for the audience to learn more about you and how you got into this specific niche, what made you have a desire to become a reinvention coach. So let's talk about it.
Sure. Yeah. So, this came from a very organic place back in 2019. I had been married for 13 years and, I was studying for a master's degree, finishing it up and working full time and also raising a daughter too. And, life just really crumbled. The harder I worked and tried to control the world around me, the more that it just fell apart. And so, um, my husband had announced March of that year that, he had found his soulmate on a business trip and he wanted a divorce. And, to me, that seemed like, okay, I'm going to pray harder. I really didn't accept it. And I thought, no way, after 13 years, there's no way. How could you walk out after all this? Maybe he's just going through something, So I prayed harder and, thought maybe I need to change my weight. Maybe I need to do some things. And so really began to make more and more moves towards trying to control the world around me. And it caused everything to fall apart even more. So I was, working a job. I really just didn't want to do this job. I had enough of it. It was one of those where I stayed to do what I needed to do to get to where I wanted to be. Didn't want to be there anymore. Doing a degree plan where I found out the hard way towards the end of the degree, it wasn't even what I wanted to go into. And, as far as raising my daughter, parenting was not the Pinterest dream that I thought it was going to be. And so, what started out in the earlier part of my life as the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow by following the American dream of getting the degree, here's the money, and all the things, there was actually a pot full of student loan debt, a whole lot of heartbreak and unmet expectations. My dreams were shattered. And so, it was at that place where I was at my breaking point. And that was it. I said, you know what, God, it's time for me to stop running. Even though I had grown up in the church, I had run from God. I did life my way and I didn't want to trust what God had because I saw a lot of examples in my childhood and thought, I don't want to be like that. I don't want a life of struggle and financial hardship. I want what I see other people have. They have nice things, they have successful careers, they have money, and it seems like things are going great for them. And so if I work hard, I'll just create my own empire and I won't have to deal with, this life of struggle like I saw a lot of people do. And so as much as all of my efforts of self-reliance, I thought it would lead to much better, actually led to me not knowing who I was anymore. And I came to this place where, I took a good look in the mirror for the first time in a long time. And I asked myself the hard questions. And I said, is this the marriage that you really wanted? When you were teenage years and thinking, oh, this is who I'm going to marry and this is how life will be honest with yourself. Where's your husband? He's not here. He's on a business trip. This job that you have, let's be honest, is it really fulfilling? No, it was killing my spirit, it's killing my soul. I couldn't stand it anymore. It was awful. It was a toxic work environment. And with my daughter, I mean, just thinking of my daughter, the amount of guilt I felt because I was so busy in many other areas, I really couldn't show up very well for her. And so it was just like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. And so that was I thought life was over at 32, but that was actually what was ending then was a beginning of something completely more and better. And I'm so glad that, I didn't stay anymore, that I did what I need to do and really got things right with God. And so it was in that moment that I realized, okay, I'm done lying to myself and I'm going to find out who God is for myself with the Bible and just talking directly to him. And that was the beginning of here we are today, where he's, spoken with me and I got to know him for myself. And I realized I had a lot of wrong ideas of who he was. And man, he's a God of abundance. He is not a God of struggle and stress and, always lacking. No, this is the God of abundance. There's so much about him that, gosh, I discovered a whole new individual that I didn't see growing up, but that's okay because no matter what, he intervened at just the right time and he brought me out of, what were the ashes and really has helped me that I've reinvented a whole new life that is based on truth, a life where I don't have to wonder if it's going to work out because the difference is I'm basing it on the whole truth. Truth that comes from the Bible, not truth or partial truth that sounds nice. Really, there's no truth outside the Bible. There's a lot of nice things to hear, motivational things. If, anybody at the sound of my voice spends any time in the self-help arena, there's a lot of things you can immerse yourself in that will make you feel better in the moment. But long term, it doesn't work. It doesn't. You can manifest as much as you want to, create as many vision boards as you want to, but there's really no power in those things as there is in the power of Jesus Christ, the power of applying truth to your life. If you want your life to transform, it's in the learning of the truth, unlearning a bunch of stuff that's not true and applying that truth in your life that makes all the difference. So, you know, this experience that I had, it was rough going through it, but looking back now, I realized that this was all for me. It was a really interesting way. God has a amazing sense of humor. It was because I had asked him for so many years, what is my purpose? And I couldn't find it. And, I don't know if anybody else felt like this, but I really didn't know who I wanted to be when I grew up. And so many years I just drifted along and did what a lot of other people gave me the advice for, oh, you should, do this career and you should go here and you should get involved in these things and climb your way up the corporate ladder and do all these things. And I followed all that advice and I was left not knowing who I was. Just, a lot of people pleasing, a lot of codependency, a lot of unhealthy. And, finding the truth, man, the truth really will make you free. The truth will cut through. There's so much power in it because it has this power to really tell you who you actually are, but in a way that's so loving. And there's a much better way to do life that, you don't have to wonder, is it going to work out? No, it definitely will work out because the truth is based on someone who is perfect, someone who isn't limited, someone who has unending resources, somebody who created this entire universe, somebody who created us. And so how much more powerful is it to partner with somebody who's not limited than try to depend on myself, right? Or depend on oneself, who we're limited. We just are. Human beings are limited. And we have a level of distortion in the way we view things, and there's dysfunction. No matter how much healing and healthy habits that you might take on, your whole life you're gonna have unhealthy. You just will. You're gonna have, parts of your life that there's programming that you go by that maybe you learn things from loved ones that they taught you the best they knew. But the deal is, what they taught you is actually toxic. So it's time. If you are listening to this and you're finding yourself at the place where you're like, yes, what you're saying, it's like you've had a camera in my house. Like, how did you know? I know. It's a rough place to continue to be someone who doesn't align with who you actually were designed to be. To be somebody where it seems like a guarantee that there's some financial security in a certain job market. There's some sort of a financial security if you're in a marriage where it's abusive, it's toxic, but hey, it's cheaper to keep her, right? If you've ever heard that. Or it would be so disruptive to break up the family. Okay, but how much healthier is it to stay in an environment where it's toxic and yelling and there's all this, what is it that you're showing your kids? That it's okay to put up with this kind of a person? If you're somebody that you're getting habitually cheated on and you take them back time and again, how many times? God is not a supporter of divorce, but sometimes there are some choices that people make that it's more devastating and toxic to stay with somebody than it is to move on and live in a healthier place. And so, that being said, or maybe you're in a career situation where you really can't stand being at this place, but you're too afraid to take that risk. That maybe you have this dream in your heart and your mind that you're like, I what brings me joy, what brings me fulfillment, and it's purposeful work. It's not really paying the bills. So I'll just stay at this job, and you never take a risk. The biggest risk is not taking one. And so here's the deal. If what I'm saying is resonating with you, I encourage you, find the truth for yourself. The beginning starts at the end of maintaining what doesn't work for you, because as long as you're entertaining what isn't for you, you're actually holding off what is for you. There's so much out there that's for you, has your name on it. Nobody else can take it. You're not in competition with anybody else. That these are provisions, these are things that God has destined for you to step into, that nobody else can do it for you, but it's waiting for you. The potential that you haven't realized yet, it's there, and it's ready to be really tapped into, built on, and partnering with him, getting a relationship right with him. You don't have to be perfect or have it all the way right to get right with God. Actually, just putting down your ways of doing stuff and to get with him and saying, man, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing, clearly. uh please help me, because I'm not gonna do this life without you anymore. I've done it, and this is full of nonsense. Please, I need help making sense of this nonsense. I'm looking for purpose and direction. And that's the best place to be, is the place of brokenness, that you can start moving forward and you can start getting your power back that you've given away to, whether people, relationships, or even ways that you spend your time that are doing nothing for you to grow you as a person. And it's time to start living again. And for a lot of us ladies, we do this thing where we think, if I just make more money, I'll be happier. If my kids are, they're getting older, and once they graduate high school, then I'll go for the career I really want, or then I'll get to move to the place I want to be in. Here's the problem. If we stay waiting like that, it's like we're holding our breath, waiting to breathe. And how long are you going to hold your breath? Because it's never going to be convenient to do the hard things.
Well,
But
I thank you for sharing that. That's really powerful. So the thing I want to ask you real fast is marriage. In
yes.
your case, like, how did you meet your husband, or did you end up getting remarried? I'm curious to know.
Oh, sure. So yeah, I had gotten a divorce from my former husband, and I was at a place where I didn't want to entertain any kind of relationship. My life was such a mess. It was a dumpster fire. And I didn't trust me to pick somebody else. So I thought a relationship that is the last thing I could possibly get myself into again. Out of billions of people, I just happened to choose the one where it was not good at all. And so in examining the former marriage, I realized there were a lot of things I did wrong too. And I wanted to be alone the rest of my life. I thought, okay, me and God is just you and my daughter. I thought that's just how life is going to be. And I ended up meeting this person at the gym. I was going to the gym as my way of just working out a lot of, not just physical, but a lot of internal things. It's very therapeutic. And, there was this guy there. I noticed he was there, and of course, I'm not going to let him know that I see him. So I was playing it cool. And after seeing him around the gym for a number of months, one day he finally approached me, and I could tell he was trying to be really respectful, but he had that whole smolder of like, "Hey, I can see you've been working out and you're getting results. Looks good." And I thought, "Okay, dude, what's your deal?" And uh, long story short, we struck up I kept it at friends for a while, and I wanted to get to know him for who he is, but relationship, I had a whole other priority on my mind of getting my life rebuilt and doing the right thing. And so, you know, as much as my life seemed to be burning to the ground, he was one of the few people that actually came in and helped put the fire out. And those kind of people that, if you have those people come in your life, man, don't dismiss them. Don't be so quick to just push them away because maybe you're in a place of hurt and pain and you don't want to take the risk of trusting anybody again, because God actually used him to help me heal. And it's not to say that a relationship is the right answer to fix a person or fix whatever heartbreak. It's to say that sometimes God really blesses us with folks that they're an extension of him to help us grow, to help us heal and move forward. And that's exactly who this person is. And so now, a few years later, we're married, and man, he's such a gift. And it took a long time to get to him, but he's such a gift. I really am so thankful for the road that I took. I appreciate him so much. He appreciates me, and the big difference is we complement one each other. It's not, a situation where one pulls the other along. No, we are interdependent and learning and growing individually and also collectively. So this has really been a great experience for me. It's something that I never thought possible.
Perfect. So we're talking about 5 ways to take your life back. And I want you to share with us the 5 ways, the 5 essential ways that we can take our life back. And, just specifically women who are probably going through a similar situation as you, right? Like right now, they're just not happy in their marriage. They're married, they put on a show when they go out, but behind closed doors, there's no love, there's no communication. They have a successful career. They're making 6-figure every year, but still they feel empty. They feel unfulfilled. And, you mentioned it earlier that, God is the one that really helped you to look at your life from a new perspective. But what are those 5 ways?
Oh, sure. So it starts with being honest with yourself. And for those of us out here who we chronically lie to ourselves because, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine. But the truth is like, no, your life is blown up. It's awful. You're not fine. Be honest with yourself. Take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself those questions that you might have been avoiding for a long time. Is this where I wanted to be when I was a kid and thought, hey, this is what 32 looks like? Is this where I wanted to be? Is this the life I actually want to live? When I get to the end of my life, what will have been important? And am I living that right now? These are questions to ask you. Point number 2, once you've been honest with yourself, then okay, it's time to get to be the artist and dream again, live again. And one of the amazing things about all of us is that we actually have creative abilities. That's our God likeness. And so this is another chance, an opportunity for you to sit down and imagine yourself with a blank canvas. You get to decide, okay, what kind of a life do I want to design? And, going, of course, with the truth as your foundation, because that's the thing that's going to get you through. Challenges will still come your way, but this time you're moving forward different from a stronger place. You get to design your life. And you get to say, okay, what kind of job do I actually want to work? What kind of work actually brings me fulfillment? Not just something that, oh, it's paying the bills every 2 weeks, but what do I really want to do? Because here's the deal. When you stop chasing money and you get connected with your purpose, your gift will make room for you. And the money is like, this is a great bonus, but man, I love what I do. The fulfillment is amazing. And capitalizing on that. The third is really yielding and saying, all right, God, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. I've given it my shot. Clearly it didn't work out. And so I yield to you. What do you think is the best idea for how to live life? And here's the deal. The Bible is not a religious book. It's actually a guide, and also, telling of the one who created us, that he loves you so much and his design for life. And the deal is what he put in place, it actually works, always works. Whether we believe in it or not, the laws he set up always work. And they're not contingent on people or governments or economies or any of that stuff. His laws always work and he never changes. And so the fourth point is that, we're going to move into really just letting go of all the stuff that no longer serves us. This is some work, but here's the deal. The way that you function up until this point, how well is it working for you? Sit with that for a moment. How well is what I'm doing actually working for me, or is it working against me? no matter if what you believe, what you think, how you perceive life, if that's shaped by people who love you, like let's say your mom or your dad taught you certain ways of being, but the truth is those ways of being are actually survivalist, and they're not helping you get any further. They're just keeping you safe. It's time to let go of those beliefs. And in letting go of those beliefs that are not serving you, you're not letting go of mom and dad. It's just to say that, mom, dad, I love you so much. And I know that you want me to thrive. But this right here way of method of doing things, it's not helpful to anybody. So I'm going to let it go, but I'm going to replace it with truth that's going to do so much more for legacy, so much more to really bless the parents that raised me, to honor them. It's going to do more than these broken ways that no longer work. And the fifth is just moving forward, is moving forward with the truth. It's a place where, okay, this is a daily thing, as I'm going to commit to being authentic. Committing to being authentic, here's the thing. Life has a great way of having us repeat the same lessons until we master that particular part of that lesson or the whole lesson in and of itself. And so the deal is committing to authenticity. You will get lots of opportunities to see how far you've grown, to see, okay, am I going to choose right now to have this confrontation that's needed? I don't want to, because before I would run away from confrontation, but here's this opportunity to communicate and to advocate for myself, where maybe before I didn't serve my very best, where I would ignore me and ignore my needs. Now I have this opportunity in front of me where, okay, I can choose to stand up for me and honor myself in a way that is loving towards the other person and loving to me too. And committing to that authenticity, it's going to take you on a completely new journey that, man, you're going to love you, and you don't have to tell yourself lies anymore of hoping it's going to get better and all this. No, you just get to be your whole self. And you don't have to do all these other things you did before to try to make yourself happy or expect other people to make you happy. And so this whole 5 steps to taking your power back, this is something that's a lifelong journey, but it's something that you don't have to do alone. It's something that, I'm here. If what I've said today really resonates with you, man, come check out some more, because there's so much more for you. If you decide to commit to this journey for you, maybe, for your kids, for, showing up as the best mom that they deserve. Not Don't die for your kids. Now, how about living for them? How about showing up for them now while they have you? You know, Commit to this journey for you, because you deserve it. And the people that you love and that love you, that are closest to you, man, they deserve the best version of you too. And so if you want to find out more information, check out my website, www.needtobreathecoaching.com.
Those are powerful words and tips that you've shared with the audience, Sarah. So real quick, what do you have any special like resources or specific resources that people who tuned in to our show to watch and listen to your message can take advantage of? Any master classes, webinars, books, anything that our audience can take advantage of?
Yeah. So I have available, it's the Clarity Guide. It's the 5 steps to taking back your power. And, I've just scratched the surface of it today, but it's a free Clarity Guide that you can download, a PDF that, man, take your time with it. You can read it. And then we also have some other things too, where I offer 3 different service packages that, depending on, which part of the journey you want to go forward with, we have that too, anywhere from, $27 for a monthly subscription, where you're going to get connected with a group. You're going to get some weekly teachings, to, if you want some one-on-one coaching, you also want to learn more and go through some modules, some self-paced things. Or then we have the third option, where if you're saying, hey, my whole life is a dumpster fire, I want to make over the entire thing, start over, but I want to move forward, where I have a life based on truth, where I don't have to wonder if driving the vehicle of my life down the highway of time is going to work. I really want to work one-on-one in depth. Then we have that option available too.
Awesome. Powerful, powerful, powerful. I love it. I can definitely say I am truly blessed by your presence and the phenomenal work that you're doing for God's people. And for those who may not know God, but just by having a conversation with you, gets them closer to him. It's like a nice, lovely introduction. So thank you for the powerful work that you're doing, Sarah. It's such a pleasure to have you on our show. And so thank you for your time, and look forward to having you on again. All right. So that was Sarah, founder of Need to Breathe Coaching. So check out her free clarity guide. As she says, she just brushed the surface. So if you're looking to dive deeper, if you truly want to transform your life and become the best version of yourself, listen, ignore the lies of the devil. The devil is saying, oh, this is how life should be. I mean, your parents went through it. Ignore it. This is your time to embrace the new that God wants for you and put behind you the past, the old things. Now, if you are interested in being a guest on our show here at Divinely Empowered, you can head over to our website, www.divinelyempoweredmedia.com, and go ahead and fill out our guest form and become a guest. We have available resources for Christian entrepreneurs to succeed and thrive in life for Christ. So stay tuned for our next episode. We're going to have another guest. God bless you all. And follow us on social media at Divinely Empowered Media. Take care.
Are you feeling frustrated and lost when it comes to dressing for your body type? Anastasia Hay, fashion empowerment coach and style expert, has been there. That's why she wrote her new book, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type, to help women make the most of their individual body shape and skyrocket their confidence and style. This book is your ultimate guide to unlocking the potential of your unique shape and creating a wardrobe that is truly yours. Styles Perfect for Your Body Type is packed with detailed advice and guidance on how to dress for your shape. From choosing the right colors to selecting flattering fabrics and cuts, this book has it all. So if you're ready to transform your wardrobe and boost your confidence, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type is your must-have resource. Don't miss out on this invaluable guide to creating a style that is uniquely you. You can purchase your copy, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type, today on Amazon.com.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Are you feeling frustrated and lost when it comes to dressing for your body type? Anastasia Hay, fashion empowerment coach and style expert, has been there. That's why she wrote her new book, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type, to help women make the most of their individual body shape and skyrocket their confidence and style. This book is your ultimate guide to unlocking the potential of your unique shape and creating a wardrobe that is truly yours. Styles Perfect for Your Body Type is packed with detailed advice and guidance on how to dress for your shape. From choosing the right colors to selecting flattering fabrics and cuts, this book has it all. So if you're ready to transform your wardrobe and boost your confidence, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type is your must-have resource. Don't miss out on this invaluable guide to creating a style that is uniquely you. You can purchase your copy, Styles Perfect for Your Body Type, today on Amazon.com. We'd like to thank Ministry of Hope for making this available.